Okay, well, people. It's your boy, Yardman Leng. I'm trying to be consistent on content, as I hope you guys can see from the channel. It's been a busy day, but I'm gonna try and make this one happen because I've been telling you guys that I need a way to carry around my airsoft guns. I'm a black man with dreads, bruv. I can't just be have a backpack on and half of my rifle is sticking out of it. I can't do that. I live in London. Like, they will call special ops feds for me. Like, it's real. So one thing I did kind of want to speak about today, I'm not gonna lie, the bad boy looks clean on camera. Sorry guys, I know I'm always gassed about this piece, but it just doesn't cease to stop exciting me. Whereas I've had, like, when I had the WE Gen 3, I got bored of it after like 3 months. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? Which still was a considerable time, so big up WE. But I don't know, man, this thing, it just excites me every time I see it. I'm not gonna lie, where I keep on making adjustments to it, from the laser to my green scope sight to my battery pack for my GoPro to my secondary battery pack for my scope cam to, it's just banging. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? I don't know, man. Like, maybe I should become a promoter for the CAA kit and Glock pistols, because boy, like, it just does something for me. But anyways, we'll put that aside for a second. I needed a way to carry around my pistols so I can transport them to games, skirmishes, QBCs, and stuff like that. So I ordered something. Like, I saw one of my guys, big up my Turkish brothers who come and play airsoft with me as well. He had a backpack on last time, and this thing was able to, like, he was able to wear it like a backpack, but somehow it held 2 rifles in there and mags. And I was kind of confused. He ended up taking it apart and showing me. So after, on the drive home, I ended up saying to him, like, I beg you, send me the link. And he ended up sending me the link, so I ordered one. So it has come. I kind of wanted to just do an unboxing for you guys, just so that you could see how it works. And this is my first time opening it as well, so I'm quite excited about it as well. So yeah, man, let's get to it. It came in like a box, and it did come folded and taped like that, so it was a lot smaller. It didn't come unraveled. As you can see, it's quite some size, but it's because it needs to be able to hold a full-size rifle. So I'm gonna be a big kid and just cut straight down the package. If y'all know me, you know I never used to get much presents when I was growing up, man. So for me, this stuff is always cool and fun. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's nice to treat yourself. I work very hard, like with this studio music or the 9 to 5 that pays the bills. Trust me, man, I bust my ass. I work hard, so I think it's nice to treat yourself. And airsoft is like, it's just an outlet that I really like, man. It does the job for me. I don't know. Some people go swimming, some people go skydiving. Airsoft for me does the thing. But yeah, so first thing straight out of the bag. Like, I can't show the whole thing because obviously it's so big. Well, maybe I can. So if you guys see, it goes on like a backpack. I'm gonna try and put it on so you guys can actually see it. Let's get rid of this out of the way. It smells a bit funny, I'm not gonna lie. But I think that's just the new bag smell. You know, it's got that initial new, like, I don't know if it's just me, I'm weird like that. But yeah, so I got my straps around the front, which is quite cool. It looks like I can detach them, which is quite cool as well. They come with straps similar to the ones on my chest protection, which is cool. Because that means, oh, do you know what it's for? So what this allows me to do is carry this bag in 2 formats. So I can wear it, so I'll put it back together quickly and show you. I can wear it in 2 formats, like a backpack, and then obviously it has a chest connector. So obviously it's a bit more secure around the chest as well. So I can wear it like that, and it also does offer me the option of, if I can find it, I can basically fold this around. I'm gonna have to learn how to do it though. I believe there's like an arm somewhere. I believe it's here. Might be wrong. Yeah, I think it's this one. You strap those two off, and I believe I can connect it in somehow. I'll show you briefly. Like I'm gonna have to set it up properly and then do another video. But I believe you can connect it. How do I do this? It's quite complex, but yeah. So something similar to this, and then you strap that over, and I can basically carry it. Let me show you quickly from the side. Like obviously I haven't done it great. Let me try and do a bit better. But yeah, now you can see I can also carry it like a backpack, if that, or not backpack, but like a duffel bag, if that makes sense. So that's pretty cool. It gives you both options. So we're gonna take that back apart, which I think is actually pretty cool because I have options. Do you kind of get what I'm trying to say? I might have days where I'm like, oh, my arms are tired after this game. Let me chuck it on my as a backpack. And then I might have days where, you know, you want to look like the SWAT squad rolling out with your guys just walking up to the game field with your guns in your backpack in your hand, like duffel bag style. So yeah, that's that. What else can I initially see? Because for me, that's a big tick. I have two options of carrying it. My gear, it's difficult because it's like sometimes you have a heavy weight and you can only pull it or hold it by the arm like a duffel bag. So to have the options makes a huge difference, man. Even the chest thing. I bought another airsoft bag that has a similar chest thing. It works miracles because it basically like strapped, because you've got like this now harness across your chest, kind of like tapped in like that. It's like any movement, the backpack is like firmly on your body, so it's quite cool. Might sound like I'm over exaggerating, but I'm telling you, buy a backpack that doesn't have that and put weight in it and walk around for a whole day, and then buy a backpack that has it and do the same thing, and you'll see what I'm saying. It's a game changer, especially if you have like a GoPro or something attached to the bag. It just gives you a more stable movement, man, trust me. Let me flip it on the other side and show you guys. So there is lots of compartments. I think I'm gonna have to do multiple videos on this bag, but I'm gonna show you just the initial unboxing stuff, right? So we'll start top and work our way down. So it seems like there's some kind of zip up here, so let's have a look. Not the biggest. What would you chuck in there? More like clips, little things like this for my mags to change stuff like that could go in there, like little things, screws, GoPro ends, maybe wires, because it's big enough to fit a couple wires in there. And the zip does feel quite firm. Next compartment, so that has like a press release, goes over. This one's quite a bit bigger. This you could probably put a couple mags in there, potentially a handgun. Let me try my handgun and show you guys and see. So this is my handgun. My handgun could roughly get in there. So just so you guys can understand for size referencing. And I could take that with me, which for me is quite cool because straight off the top I've got two, it gives you two compartments on a bag like this. There's one here and then there's one right down here. So I'm just like, straight off the top, that's really cool because I was doubtful when putting the handgun in that it would fit, and if you notice it does fit, so that's pretty cool. You could maybe carry two handguns in there, and it looks like there's still space for a mag or two. So that blows my mind because I was carrying a normal backpack and trust me, it was a struggle to put my secondary and 3 mags in there, like trust me. So that's really cool, straight off the top. And like I said, I've got 2 of them, and it has a drawstring as well, so you could make it looser if you want, or you could tighten it, which for me is so cool because then my gun's firmly locked in, it's not loosely flying around hitting things. Yeah man, damn good investment. And even the fact that you've got that first secure and then you've got that secondary secure latch, like for me that's so cool. Great investment so far, great investment, trust me. This just looks like something like another latch thing to tighten it. So say for example I had 10 things in the bag as opposed to 5 things. It looks like it's just to make the bag, I'll show you quickly, make the bag slightly tighter, like smaller, or if you release it, I'd be able to extend out the bag just that bit more, if you get what I'm saying. So that's pretty cool. Again, because sometimes you're not going to want the bag loose because you're not carrying around a lot of things. Then we'll move on to this mid section. This mid section here, similar. It's got now it's got 2 press releases. So release that one, release the second one. And the cool thing is, I've noticed that on most bits you can stick stuff on. So I had where is it now? I had like sticky things. I'll show you with, for example, the Raven one. Like if I wanted to, I could chuck my Raven one there and it would stick, which I think is pretty cool because I might want to put a Yardman Leng one there, or me and my squad might finally end up getting some emblems done and some badges done, sticky badges done, and who knows, we might end up using that. So that should be pretty cool. So yeah, you literally just pull this over. Similar, it has like a drawstring, so you can make the slot smaller or looser. Again, quite a big space. I reckon this wouldn't necessarily be for a handgun, but a handgun can fit in there. I think this might be for things like maybe glasses, mags, speed loaders, things like that for me at least. That's probably what I'd put in that main section. Or, what else? Yeah, probably like mags, speed loaders, maybe backup belts, because sometimes like my belt's not operating well, so I like to roll backup belts. What else would be small enough to go in there? Battery packs, things like that. Like this would be a good midsection for, yeah. Like I'll set up the bag and then eventually I'll do another update video where I show you guys what I have put in there and why and all these other things. But size reference, that's also good because like I'm saying, like there's 3 of these pouches. There's the first one I showed you guys down the end. There's one right in the middle that's slightly bigger, and then you have where is it? A third one right here. No, 1, 2, so 2, and then 3. Do you get what I'm saying? Which means that in theory, if you really wanted to, you could carry 3 handguns comfortably. Which I find like it's blowing my mind a little bit because I had a really big bag, and I'm telling you, just trying to get 1 handgun, some gas in there, a box full of 3000 BBs, it was a nightmare. And this bag is a heavy duty big bag, so I almost feel like, you know, when you're in heaven and you're like, oh, like yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, so far so good. And then those go right back there, and then it seems, okay, maybe that's not what it's for. Okay, let's move along. Then again, it has like another tighten loosen thing, but I feel like that's for more the bottom bit of the bag, like I spoke about just before. Like I said, another pocket type thing, or pocket type pocket, if you want to call it that, or compartment. Again, for size reference, handgun slots in there, lovely, and disappears. So for me, that basically shows me if I ever wanted to roll to a game with 3 handguns, I could do that comfortably. Which for me is very interesting because this bag on the website said it can basically, how did they put it? It can carry 2 rifles. So I'm thinking, you're telling me I could carry 2 rifles and 3 handguns on one backpack? It's blowing my mind a little bit, to be honest. It means that my carry for airsoft will be easier every time I go to a game, which for me is already making me more happy because I know what I went through the first 4 games, and it was a nightmare. I had to have like a suitcase and a bag one time. The one time I went with 2 bags, like a big one and a small one. Then the next time I went with a suitcase and a bag. It was just a nightmare because it wasn't compact. And then sometimes when you're in the car, you're having to crunch up your leg because the thing's next to you. It's just long. So this is refreshing because I can literally just crotch this next to me or chuck this in a boot or something, and everything is nice and compact. Yeah, so down the other end, give me 1 sec. Down the other end, let me even move my gun as well. So yeah, down the other end, you do have another compartment where it's a zip compartment, and like like I said again, not the biggest compartment. I could probably put 3/4 of my hand in there. Probably more for wiring, tissue, elastic bands, just any little thing, electric tape, stuff like that. Anything that would be like a utility for you. It may pop up and be needed in the day, but it just wouldn't be your core, how would you explain it? Like, it wouldn't be your core carry, if you get what I mean. These are just backup compartments from what I can see, or what I would use them for. What next do I see on here? I see something like a zip, like a massive zip. So maybe let's have a look at that quickly. So I'm gonna release, the bag has again another 2 more securers straps, which I found is just so cool because there's 2 at the bottom, 1 either side, and then there's 2 more. So it's like your guns and your shit will always be secure, because you know sometimes you worry. It's like I go out onto the field and then I come back, and sometimes you're like, ooh, is somebody gonna go into my bag? And most airsoft sites I've gone to, they're really good. Like, that never happens. No one's really a thief there unless they find something on the field and don't hand it in. That's the only type of thieving I've kind of found in the environment. Nobody's really gonna go into your bag or take your gun off the table. Or, do you get what I'm saying? They're not brazen like that. It's more, if you drop a grenade and forget to collect it, somebody might go and collect it for you and not say anything. That's the thing you'd have to keep an eye out for. But this just makes me feel that extra secure, because like once I strap this, you'd really have to undo 2 buckles, undo another 2 buckles, pull up a zip strap thing just to get in the bag, and then you'd have to put that all back together to kind of close it up and not make it look fake. So for me, so far this feels like a great purchase. I'm telling you, this feels like a great purchase. So yeah, you undo those 2 at the top, that goes off, and then it seems like there's like a zip thing right that goes all the way round here and back round to the other end of the bag, but it's not the whole bag, because if you notice there's still a bit on the end. So I find that cool. Let's see how that works. I believe it's here, so you can zip them 2 zips 2 different ways, and then look, you see a whole nother compartment, which, do you know what I'm trying to say? It's just a damn great investment, because who knows what you could probably fit in there. Like, depending on how compact the thing that you're carrying, who knows, like maybe that is another 2 or 3 handguns, bro. So again, we're now up to like 5 handguns carried comfortably. I wonder if my kit would fit in there. I don't think it would, but it's worth a try. Oh my gosh, my kit does fit in there. Will it zip though? Obviously I've got my battery on there, so it makes it a bit more thicker as a pistol, but it looks like it's made. Oh my gosh, it would make it. That's mad. And I'll still have the leverage to carry a handgun. Let me just check. That's mad. Because I was gonna put it in the main section of the bag, because it's obviously my big gun. But I'm just like, if I smallen it, obviously my butt is pushed down. I can make my butt a bit bigger, and so it sits on the chest. I'll show you that afterwards. But it's kind of shocking me a little bit. I'm like, raw. Like, if I smallen down my gun butt, I can put it in that first compartment. That's very interesting, because look, it does actually close. Like, look, it's closed. That's very cool, bruv. Because I thought I was literally gonna, if you notice, like, I'll show you, there's another, so the one I've put in is this one right here, this stream right here. If you notice, there's another one at the top, which is the main section of the bag. I'll open it and show you guys quickly. Which, do you see, these are the 2 compartments that they're saying, one is for one rifle and one is for another rifle. So I'm gonna take my time and go through it and explain it, but what's just hit my brain is like, bro, really, this could carry maybe like 2 or 3 loadouts, because pre this, 1 rifle, 2 rifles, so that's the second one, yeah? And then if I'm correct, it has like, I'll go back over that car. I actually want to show you guys. That's so cool. Then you even got extra protection. Cool. So that's 2 guns. Then we've done the 3 compartments, which is 3 more handguns. So now you've got 2 rifles and 3 handguns. Then I've just put a CAA kit in this first section, which is a whole nother rifle. It depends what you want to class that as, whether you want to class, I would call it as like a SMG, because basically a small machine gun, or semi machine gun, because more, you know what I'm trying to say? So for me, this bag can basically carry 2 rifles, 1 SMG, and 3 handguns. That blows my brain out the water straight off the top, because I'm sitting here like, whoa. I was expecting to have multiple cases and gun boxes for different rifles and AEGs, but now I'm like, this one bag can hold everything. That's kind of mind blowing a little bit. Like, if anything, it kind of makes me think, oh, I might not even need my airsoft suitcase anymore, because half the things from that can fit in this technically if I put them in the right shape and format and adjust them. So I'm just like, that is so interesting, because that means that my airsoft bag can literally be for on the field gameplay. This would then become my utility type bag. So boy, whoever's the company who made this, I'm gonna have to, if you guys want me to research the company and put it on the channel, I will do, because damn good investment. And I think I only paid like £30-40 for this. And some may say, rah, that's still a lot of money, but when I was looking online for other bags, a lot of these gun bags range from like the 90, 110, 150 range for secure things that will protect your device. So to have something that can hold 2 rifles, 1 SMG and 3 handguns, that's crazy for me. And it's not like, I know it does look like a tall bag, like, do you get what I'm trying to say? It is quite a tall bag, but if you were to, if you were to carry it as like on your back, it would basically just start like go above, a little bit above your head, and then a little bit just below your bum, which would be like just on top of your knees. So if you're thinking about size comparison, it's a bit confusing, because I'm just like, how the hell did they do this? I can see how it's done, but it's still a bit confusing to my brain. But yeah, let's give this a go. So obviously we now know that I can put it in that first section. Oh my gosh, and let me continue quickly. So that first section, I just want to show you something. Inside that first section, you even have bag zips in there. Look, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. I could store things even on the inside pocket, and it's quite deep. I can put my whole hand like almost up to my elbow in there. Like, that's quite interesting, and I'm not capping, look, like compartments right here. That's very interesting. Probably wouldn't put anything in there if I'm gonna put my conversion kit, but that's very cool, because like I said again, like, these are places that you can put things like tools and stuff like that. So before, what I was doing was walking around with like a white box probably about this big that had all my tools and all that kind of stuff. In theory, that stuff can sit in here, Allen keys and bam bam bam, and bro, this actually has me actually excited like a little kid. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I probably will have to take my time and set this up and fix it up and just put things where I want it and adjust it so that it works for me. But yeah, bro, I'm actually excited, because on my Airsoft journey, part of my plan was I wanted to buy, I think it's called a Spencer Arms, I might be wrong, so don't laugh at me on YouTube, HO2. And I was thinking, how the hell am I going to carry that and a CAA kit and 2 handguns? And here's the answer. And the maddest thing is, I'd still have space for 1 more rifle plus 2 more handguns. So yeah, very excited. Like, I'm actually excited. I don't even care if I sound like a little kid, because for me, this is like an airsoft solution. Like, this basically means I don't need to buy another box or bag for airsoft for the foreseeable, which for me is like heaven right now, because you know, when you're going through your beginning stage in airsoft, it's like anything, right? When I'm a footballer, I'm gonna need boots, and I'm gonna need the whole shebang, right? Boots and shin guards and all these other things. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Whereas I feel like this one purchase has taken 7 things off my list. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still in a little bit of shock, because I wasn't expecting it to be as good. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I think a couple things I'll show you that I've missed is, like, on your straps that go over your shoulder, you can still connect things like these little, I don't even know what they're called, but these little clippy things here. So that's really cool. And like I said, they are detachable completely if you want them to be, which for me is just a mind blow again. Like, I'm actually excited, like, really. Really, like real talk. More time I think I will wear it like a backpack, but that is just so handy to know. Like real talk, because where I've got my CAA kit, I wouldn't even have to wear the backpack so big. Well, you might as well, because it comes that size, right? But even if you was to lay that across it, like, I'm just getting new ideas. But anyways, so yeah, let's close that first compartment, and then I'll show you the second compartment, which is the main compartment. It runs all the way from the top half of the bag through down the middle seam, all the way down, and then ends right on the other side. So it literally really is just a place for you to rest your rifle, because as you can see, once I bust it, you basically have like two straps, one either side. So I believe that's to secure the gun in. I'll show you in a second with my gun. And then another one, same thing, Velcro type thing. And then in one of the corners, it looks like it's some kind of, I don't know if you can see it on the cam, it's like a little triangle where I believe that's where they want you to rest your gun butt. So your gun butt would kind of sit in the side there, and I believe that would be, oh, they've got one on the other side as well, so it doesn't matter. You can basically rest your gun butt either side, even better. And then obviously they've got like, there is a layer of protection in there, so you do feel like there's a foam between your back and it, because if there was not that, you just carrying around the gun laying across your back, and trust me, that probably will hurt you after a little while. So there is some kind of protection, foamy type, that I can feel in there, some kind of foamy type protection. Then you've got like this middle section, again, some foamy type protection, which again, it feels quite high quality. It feels like memory foam, I'm not even gonna lie, because you press it, it stays in the shape, and then it molds back. So I probably have to use it over time and see how good memory foam it is, because sometimes memory foam sticks like that, and then almost like you create a pattern in the foam that doesn't remove itself. So that sometimes that can be negative, whereas you want something that kind of goes back to what it originally was, which was flat. So it's only when pressure is applied to it, it's doing that movement, if that makes sense. And then same thing with the other side. You literally have two triangles, one on this side where a gun butt can go in, two Velcros down the middle, and then another gun butt side on the other side. So for me, and then you've even got this lip on the back end as well, which is some kind of protection. It's not foam, but it feels like well, maybe it is foam. Yeah, it's like some kind of foam or rubbery, but it doesn't feel the same as this foam. It feels a bit more rubbery than this foam. Softer, a bit more softer, but again, more protection, I'm presuming, for the top half of your gun. Say you've got like a scope or something on it, which, yeah man, I think I'm gonna rate this straight off the top. I haven't even put my stuff in it yet, but straight off the top, this gets a 9.9 from me. And even if the zips or something fell, I'm giving it such a high rank, because when you buy something, you buy it for practicality. And I'm gonna say that again, because I've seen a lot of weird things at Airsoft where it's like, why the hell did you buy that? Or why do you have that thing? Or how does that work? Or how does it even make sense to have that thing with that thing? But this makes a whole load of sense. This is what you call practicality at its finest, because like I said, I can carry two rifles, and the good thing is, like I said, the Spencer Arm HO2 is my next gun. This makes me feel comfortable, because my concern is where my conversion kit is so thick with the battery pack attached to it. My concern was always like, oh, how the hell am I going to carry that and another rifle? Here's the answer. My HO2 would sit so lovely right here once I do buy it, and then I'd probably leave the other compartment free, and then I'd carry my conversion kit right in this front compartment, the first one, the first big one. Just lower the butt like I showed you before. I'm gonna extend the gun butt quick and show you. So I believe that's my far function, so you can see now the gun's quite a bit longer. And we're gonna try and chuck it. Don't worry, no clips in there. Plus, the safety's on anyway. You can see that. I don't know if you can see that, but the safety's on. Now it's off, now it's on. So we're gonna chuck that in there. I'm gonna chuck it in the back one, see how that works. Because my gun is slightly smaller than a rifle, that's why I call it an SMG. I'm gonna strap it right in the middle. I don't think this is ideally built for this size gun, but that's why the front case is what I said I'm gonna use my conversion kit for, but just so that you guys can see comparison size wise and how this thing does hold another gun. Strap it round the end. And though it is a smaller system, I could lift the gun up and you see it. I feel like the gun is secured. So that's really cool. Because it's not that side isn't really built for that size gun, but let me try and zip up and show you guys. Fits lovely in there and does this thing. So I'll show you, there's two, so this goes around that. I didn't do it properly before. And that goes over the top, so you've got that. And then it seems that there's also two more secure straps, one here, right on that side. Let me make that a bit smaller because it is a bit long. But trust me man, like Charles, they've blown it out of the water, I'll give it to them. They definitely have blown it out of the water. And big up my boy for showing me his bag, because his bag isn't the exact same thing. It's very similar though, it looks very similar. And for me, damn good investment. Damn good investment. Like I'm close to even saying probably one of my best investments since I've come into Airsoft. I'm very close to saying that. But yeah, so that it locks it tight, and look, you can still carry it and it's fine. Like I said, for me, I probably would keep mine at the front, just because I feel like it would sit a bit better in there, but that's just my preference. But straight off the top, I'm pleased with this. I'm damn pleased with this, like real talk. Real talk. It just does what it says on the tin, and I love something that does what it says on the tin. I'm gonna chuck it on my back quickly to just show you guys so you can see. It's no foolery, just release the sides, the chest strap. Keep in mind I'm in my yard, so that's the only reason why I'm busting low. I do not condone that dumb stuff. It's just, you know, when you want your waist loose and you just want to be relaxed. It's been a long day, I've been out on the road, so don't judge me. Just loosen the straps. So it might be a bit hard for you guys to see me because you're a bit close to me. The camera's a bit close, but if you notice, I could sit down with the bag on. It does cover a bit of my head. Show you guys from a side angle. Like I said, I do not condone busting low, guys, but I'm in my house just trying to chill. It's been a long day. Want my waist loose. Don't want my trousers just itch up too heavy around my waist. But yeah, you guys can see it goes a bit lower than the bum. And it's secure. I'm not gonna lie to you, like I'm wearing it now with my vest on. And the vest sometimes isn't the most comfortable thing to have on. And if you notice, it's doing its thing, like it's not uncomfortable, it just feels like I'm wearing a guitar bag, if I'm to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And for me, this would make me feel safe as well, because remember I said to you, one of my big concerns were, I'm not even gonna lie, it actually looks real cool, like, just look at it, bro. But like I said to you, one of my biggest concerns was that as a black man in the United Kingdom where guns are actually illegal, as much as I'm following the legal requirements by having two tones and getting my UCARA license and all these things, you're just worried sometimes, or concerned should I say, when you're traveling, that you're not just bait of what's in the bag. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You're taking the right precautions to travel with these weapons concealed legally. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, this is a win. 9.9 rating, defo must buy. And what I'm gonna probably do is, you know me, I like custom shit. Like my boy has the same bag, so I don't want him to feel away and feel like I'm taking his shine by using his bag. So I'll probably do some decals on it. I put like an Airsoft Special Ops and some ASSOs and my TikTok, and do you get what I'm trying to say? Just things so that when the bag's chilling, people don't even have to talk to me. They can literally just see where to find things and go and search me up. And, do you get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man. But therefore 9.9, big up the company who made it. And I think I'm gonna leave this one here because there's just not much to say about. Like, it does the damn job. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Even my gun in there, like, I don't feel, normally I'm so protective of that conversion kit just because like there's just so much, it's fragile in some ways if you don't know how to handle it. So sometimes when putting it in bags, I'm a bit concerned, will I break something off because it's leaning on something else. Like, I felt secure while it was in there. Even now it still feels very secure, and I did wear it and move it about. So yeah, man, it's a win. For me, this bag was definitely a good purchase. It was definitely a win. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this one here, peeps. Thank you again for well, actually, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. One last thing, and I'll leave you guys alone. This bad boy thing here. Some of you probably already know it. It's called TF2 Ultimate Lubricant Spray. I was having, again, I have pistols, right? Half my guns are pistols. Even in the conversion kit, it's a pistol in the conversion kit. And whether it's your slide, whether it's your trigger, whether it's just the clips getting in and out, or whether it's even just like things like your loader, because that's another thing that sometimes is a thing that messes up and people just don't know how to fix. Guys, keep your gun greased. It's actually made for bikes, but I've been using it recently. It does bits. Like, all my airsoft games that I play, I always have a bottle of this with me. Just you don't want to spray too much, but I say it just because what it does is, as long as your gun is clean, it basically creates a barrier around the metal. So for example, say I'm out, like my last game, it rained the whole day, literally the whole day. I literally only had to grease my gun once. And you know why? It's because I sprayed it in the night before with this, rubbed it down, made it do its thing. It created this barrier, and then I think it was like halfway through the day, I kind of just took it apart and sprayed it in my kit, just so that, because the kit didn't get sprayed the night before, so this was just me trying to make sure that if water, not even if, because I know water is getting inside the kit, I didn't want too much like rust or certain things like that. Plus I wanted everything to still run smoothly and operate how it's intended to operate. So guys, I recommend it. I don't want to say too much, I don't want to spend too much time on it. Plus this is not a paid promotion, but I just wanted to, like, this channel is all about honest truth and just fun. So I want to basically every so often drop you guys some Easter eggs and just help you along your journey. The smaller bottle at my local bag shop was £6, the bigger bottle was £8. And the smaller one, I think it was 150ml. This is 400ml, if I'm correct. Yeah, 400ml. So you get £6, £8. The £2 difference was worth it. And like I said, I had a bottle of it before. It's still lasting, to be honest. I bought it for my bag, and then when I got into airsoft, I tested it one time just to see how it would work, and I haven't turned back since. The only thing I would say is be careful, because if you're trying to put decal on your guns, and I found this problem quite a lot. I'm still kind of going through it with some of the designs on the gun, just because at times I have put, like, I've obviously sprayed down the gun. The problem is because it's Teflon, it basically creates a barrier around the metal. Now, if you're trying to stick something to the gun, but there's a barrier around the metal and it's a grease barrier, what the hell you think is going to happen? It's not going to stick. And if it does stick, it's not going to stick as well as it's meant to, just because there's a barrier. So one thing I will say, as somebody who has decals on my gun, it's like, always do, how would I explain it? Always thoroughly clean the gun if you use this thing before you put decals. Or do like me, like what I try to do is, from I buy something, just like the bag, I'm gonna decal it. Yeah, I'm trying to say, maybe not put too many decals, but I'm gonna decal it so that moving forwards, no matter what happens, or if I have to spray it again, say like when I bought my Raven, I decaled it straight away, because I knew that I was gonna spray this on it. So I just thought, do you know what, rather than put myself through the drama of designs falling off and they're not sticking and all these dramas, just don't, do you know what I'm saying, decal it ASAP and then spray down your gun. But yeah, and if you notice, yeah, this is a Raven bottom, so it kind of shows you what I'm saying. It's like, they're firm. I could rub my hand up and down them, and that's because I decaled before I sprayed the gun, just so that that barrier, if anything, would go over those things rather than underneath them, making them slide type thing. So yeah, thank you for sticking with me for 40 minutes worth of video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until we next.